the Paramount Queen Mother for Lower Discove Traditional Area. With us this afternoon is also Nana Eba Kra II, Paramount Queen Mother Mpoho Traditional Area. Nana Nda Esi III, Upper Discove Traditional Area Queen Mother is with us. Nana Adelechi II, Paramount Queen Mother and Sign Traditional Area. Nana Ameya II, Wasa Amenfi Traditional Area. Ewulai Nda Bozuma III, Western Nzima Traditional Area. And representing the Paramount Chief of Nsign Traditional Area is Nana Pre Mensa. With us this afternoon, Your Excellency the President, these are the Nananum with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Registrar. Nananum, you are most welcome. As we appreciate the partnership between traditional authorities and the states in the governance and development of our beloved country, may I humbly invite the Western Regional Minister, Honorable Joseph Nelson, to formally introduce the government's delegation from the Western region, who are government appointees. Shall we please welcome him with a round of applause?
Your Excellency, the President, permit me to stand on the already established protocol to introduce the rest of the delegation from the Western region. We have Nana Edu Jemfi, Board Chair, MDF, Minerals Development Fund. We have Honorable Akwesi Oponfosu, Board Chair, GRPC. Nana Kojotoku, the Regional Chairman and Board Member, Forestry Commission. We have Honorable Maswa Buachi, Council of State Member. Honorable Ama Kofibua, MP for Elembele and Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Honorable Emiliata, MP for Shaman constituency and Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture. Honorable Grace Ayensu Dankwa, MP for Iskado Ketan, Deputy Minister Designate for Health. Honorable Dokas Afo Tofi, MP for Jomro and Deputy Minister Designate for Transport. Honorable Ajay Mensah, Chairman of the Parliamentary Caucus of the Western Region, MP for Wasa East. Honorable Blay Ama, MP for Sekendi. Honorable Fifi Bachman, MP for Kwesmintim. Honorable Kofi Bentel, MP for Mpoho. Honorable Kukua Bisu, MP for Ahanta West. Honorable Kofi Akunoku, MP for Evalue Ajomoro Jura. Honorable Isa Salifu Taylor, MP for Takwa. Honorable Wisdom Kujo, MP for Pristia, Winnie Valley. Honorable Nicholas Amankwa, MP for Amenfi East. Honorable Joanna Jan Kujo, MP for Amenfi Central. I think she's not here. Honorable Eric Afo, MP for Amenfi West. Then we have Judith Ajoba Blay, CEO Ghana Gas. Engineer Edward Eko Obin Kenzo, CEO VRA. Maxwell Amwa Asian, Deputy CEO JADEC. Emmanuel Enyima, Deputy CEO Minerals Commission. Dr. Eric Komler, Deputy CEO Fisheries Commission. Mr. Samuel Bolu, board member, Ghana Gas, and vice chairman of the Western Region. Charles Edu Fojo, regional political coordinator. Richard Kek Mesa, head of corporate affairs, Ghana Gas. Ralph Setofia, deputy regional secretary, NDC Western Region, and acting regional secretary. Gladys Ejin, regional women organizer. Mustafa Idrisu, regional youth organizer. Odum, vice chair, Western Region. And then we have some media men with us. Stephen Atiemo, media attaché to the WRCC. Mahama Musa is also director admin RCC. Have Hafiz Alasko, regional Zongo Caucus. Stephen Bedu, also with the RCC. Mr. Safwedu, director, Forestry Commission. Mary Ishen, PA, also with the RCC. Benjamin Esuman, General Secretary, Ghana Railways Workers Union, because railways is dear to the heart of us, of those of us from the Western Region. We had a few of the union members joining us, Your Excellency. Stephen Boni, Chair, Ghana Railways Workers Union. Then we'll come to the MMDCs. They are also with us here in their numbers. Honorable Frederick F. Fedu, Second Takrade Metropolitan Assembly, Mayor. Honorable Benedict Bwedi, Jomoro Municipal Assembly. Honorable Abdul Majid Idrisu Nassam, Efia Kwesimintim MC. Honorable Raymond Nana Eba, Wasa Amenfi East MC. Honorable Peter Amponsa, Wasa Amenfi Central DC. Honorable Priscilla York, Wasa Amenfi West MC. Honorable Ebenezer Edu, Takwa Insuaye Municipal MC. Honorable Ebenezer Edu, Ahanta West Municipal. There are two Ebenezers, so they do confuse me sometimes. Honorable Ebenezer Kobna, this is for Takwa Insuaye Municipal. Honorable Matthew Kofi Aye, Pristia Huni Valley MC. Honorable Herbert Kua Dixon, Inzima East MC. Honorable Joseph Ajekum, Elembele DC. Honorable Paul Otis Dentu, Shama MC. Honorable Al-Hassan Ibrahim, Wasa East DC. Honorable Sophia Oben. Last one on the list for the MMDC is Mpoho DC. I think this concludes the list for the delegation from the Western Region, Your Excellency. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Regional Minister. I believe it is time to listen to our revered chiefs from the Western Region. And to do that, may I humbly invite Nana Kobna Nketia, the 5th President of the Western Regional House of Chiefs, to deliver his remarks, please. Shall we welcome him with a special round of applause? Nana has opted to come here to speak, so please, let's keep the applause coming as he proceeds.
Your Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. When I hugged him there, I said, should I call you comrade? He says, no, you can comrade, call me comrade. See all these protocol things, sometimes he said comrade. And all the chiefs sitting there are all comrades. So comrades, comrades Nananum. Our son is missing again, Julius Deborah. Is he around?
He's in the orientation.
Okay. All other senior government officials here, honorable ministers of state, the members of parliament, our sector minister, deputy minister, and then it's always nice to see our regional minister, always cool, calm, and humble. Joseph Nelson. In fact, this afternoon it feels like it's a family. When you look on the right, everybody, I'm wondering why we are even standing here. We should be mixing up. But for the protocols, good afternoon. Your Excellency, we recall that on the 5th of February, 2025, less than a month after you had been sworn in as president, you visited our region to thank Nananoman people for their overwhelming support and faith in you. Culturally, Ghana may identify this space of our history as the era of Mahama Ababu, Mahama who was returned again. Given the ordained and unique space of our region in Ghana's history, we should have been here much earlier. Nonetheless, this reciprocal visit is first to congratulate you and assure you of the unflinching support for you, your planned programs, and the policy initiatives that we pray will inspire the youth, stabilize the economy, and create jobs, raise our cultural existence, and restore hope towards the all-inclusive and equitable development of the entire Oman Ghana. Secondly, Your Excellency, given the onerous responsibility culturally placed on an Ababu, we are here to find out if you are seated well. In fact, when we were sitting there, we sent people to look at your seat. So we know you are well seated. And fortunately, on your right hand, you have Honorable Amakofi Bua. We pray he always stays on your right hand. We implore God and our ancestors to grant you the wisdom, strength, and foresight to move Oman Ghana to play her role as well as fulfill her destiny as the Black Star of Africa. Ababu is always an auspicious name. So this second coming should be an auspicious period for this country. In line with your slogans, Your Excellency, resetting Ghana and building the Ghana we want, we are witnesses to the fact that within 6 months, the people of Ghana are experiencing a sagacious, differential, and people-centered leadership. The improvement in the valley of the city is amazing. It has never been experienced in our history. As somebody would say, it's unprecedented. For once, we can feel that the health of our country is being restored, and Ghana has begun to breathe again. It is our hope, Your Excellency, that the resetting and the building will commence from the communities. Our communities are very much in support of you and pray for a community-based and community approach to resetting and rebuilding and building the country. We all want the Ghana we all want through your leadership. In fact, some chiefs from the Wasa areas told us they wanted to be here because they were pleased by the fact that you are reviewing the Minerals Act and the policy, and that this time they are going to have it reset in such a way that it will take the community's views and vision along. In fact, they say that whoever is coming to develop their communities or coming to mine in their communities must make sure that that person has a vision about what he or she wants to do with that space. Your Excellency, we are acutely aware that the Western region is very dear to your thoughts. Hence, we have resolved to engage you from time to time on matters concerning the development of the region and Ghana. In your first State of the Nation address this year, together with your statements during the appreciation visit, you displayed your very emphatic commitment to tackling the developmental challenges of the region, as well as ensuring our inclusion into the public space and resource distribution. This is to eliminate the feelings of estrangement and disaffection exhibited at times by Nananum and people of the region. As a matter of fact, we have watched the appointments of selected sons and daughters of our region to ministerial positions and to some important boards whose resources are invariably located in the region and her seas. We know and we believe that there's more yet to come, such as ambassadors and so on and so forth. We'll get our fair share with you being in that beautiful chair. Your Excellency, we are very grateful to you for all the appointments made so far and to assure you that we will support these officials in the discharge of their duties and service to the region and state. They should know that the chiefs will always be in support of them. And seeing them here, the question I ask myself, why can't we raise the region if you people are the ones that the president has put in place? We are going to support you through the resetting of the region in Ghana. We used to feel we give so much and yet get virtually very little or nothing back. Thank you again, Your Excellency. It was to see that in spite of the riches of natural resources and human capital of this region, there had appeared to be a perception that this was deliberate and that the region only served as a quarry for developing other regions. We can say thank you and thank you and thank you. Further, comrade, your administration has not left us out of the massive infrastructure drive you intend to roll out, labeled the Big Push. We are very much aware that vital roads of significant importance in the region have been captured for construction under the project. We know our socially conscious performing contractors. It's not every contractor who is socially conscious and works up to the standard all of us appreciate. Some of them, a few of them, they have a work that is worthy of emulation. Nonetheless, Your Excellency, we are once again grateful to you. We have been informed that you intend to site a manganese processing plant in the Western region to process the manganese we have in the region. Unbelievable. This is the added value that we've been seeking, and want to say that it tells us that your vision is being carried on. We've also been told that you want to site a lithium refinery in the region, and you have our support, since it will create decent jobs and growth for prioritizing some major infrastructure projects in the region for completion. You know them, but for just the formality's sake, I have to name some of them. The Takrady Market Circle project, the Efian Kwanta Hospital project, the Sekendi Takrady Town roads, the exchange that they call PTC, but it is actually Kwame Nkrumah Interchange, Sekendi Takrady Water Expansion Project, among others. We know you'll do it because you believe in the Western region and the officials you have under you. Your Excellency, we know that there's a strategic drive to reset the entire country. Due to the resources of the Western region, we know that we would be able to achieve this. But we have some drawbacks. And a drawback is actually nationwide. If you look at part of the biggest insecurity problems we have is to do with chieftaincy. And when Nananom, the fathers, the roots of the country, have shaky foundations, then we are all challenged to make sure that we have peace at the base for you to continue the work of raising us up. In the Western region, we began this work. And under the humility of Honorable Amakofibua, we've managed to bridge a problem in the Western Region House of Chiefs, which made us out of even the National House for over 4 years, about 4 or 5 years. So all the decisions, Your Excellency, you took with the National House, the Western region was not part of it. But now we'll be there. We also know that illegal mining is a problem in the country. We called it Galamsey. The Western region, with its gold reserves, continue to experience environmental degradation so badly all over the place. We know the issues are complex with Galamsey, but we want you collectively. We said we would tell you that our son, and in fact, he's one of our very special sons, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Amakofibua, has our full support in the fight against illegal mining. It is not an easy fight. And we know that we are committed to whatever effort he's going to put in, because he has your backing. And you should back him to ensure that we together are involved in fighting Galamsey. We can do it. The rivers are ours. It's about our future. The land is ours. It's about our future. And if Amakofibua can do this through your backing, then we'd have achieved something for the future. Your Excellency, we know that there are all kinds of plans being made with mining. This is not the forum for it. When we meet our son, we will discuss some of these things and share our pieces of advice. But we are reminding you to consider to improving the general condition of the road network. As soon as you mention the Western region, all that you hear most of them, roads, 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 roads. Your Excellency, we'll never stop talking about roads, even though you've put somebody who is from the region, and man we all admire, into that section. We know that bridges have to be built, and some are already being done. Of course, as an honorary member of the Railway Workers Union, and I'm sure that the gentleman who came to make sure that I personally stamp with myself as a union man, you will certainly revamp the Western Rail Line. If it's not done, then everything that we are doing in the Western region where roads are concerned will go down the drain. The Takwa Road is already sinking because of the heavy articulators that are on it every day. Without the railways in the Western region, we may not able to do may not carry on the infrastructure the way we have to do. So that is going to help sustain jobs, create, revamp our livelihood, and also create artisanship and so on. You've promised, and we love that any work that has been done towards the development of the people you would always carry them on and won't abandon them. So we know that you're going to look at the health and educational infrastructure. The e-blocks that were left to go, you can't understand it. We know you'll continue with them so that more of our people will be educated. Please revamp the cocoa sector in the region, especially adding value to the processing and so on. There's also rubber. And if you don't step in with policies, that stops people from exporting rubber. in the raw state, grill, which adds value to the rubber, will certainly collapse. So we ask you to urgently look at this. Your Excellency, deliberate policies to make the port of Takoradi attractive to vessels. We know you'll take this on. Special projects like Ghana Gas Phase 2. We know that through your visionary leadership, some work has already been commenced, and that the plant will certainly go and complement the Ghana Gas project. We want to assure you that we'll be very happy in hosting the second plant based on our experiences with the Atwabo plant, which we've placed our very lovely daughter to be the CEO. We've also talked about having a new College of Education. And we know that we wouldn't want to go into too much detail, but you've promised that if it's possible, you're going to show that we get, the land has already been provided, and we know that you can do this for the region. Now, Aulaya Naje came and said to me, Nana, make sure you talk about the Petroleum Hub Development Project. Your Excellency, it's a difficult thing, and we require your prestige, we require your mind, and we require your support to execute and operationalize this project during your reign. A successful completion of the Petroleum Hub project in the Western region would transform this country. We are all aware about this, and that's why Aulaya Naje made sure that he was here to ensure that through me, you hear his voice. It's going to be a strategic anchor initiative, a new pillar of growth in the Ghanaian economy, including the establishment of petrochemical industries. It's fairly obvious that when you march forward with the Western region, you will march forward with Ghana. And we know that you believe in the fact that it's forward ever. We are firmly convinced we will succeed together, and this project will be completed to serve the good people of this country. The chiefs are here to assure you that besides congratulating you, making sure that you are well seated, they want to tell you that they give you 1,000% support in anything that you want to do to improve the living conditions of those of us in the region. Today is not going to be the end. We will engage with you from time to time as we started. We are very happy with the warm reception we received. In fact, Nana Jantua took us all into her office, and we're just thrilled to be there and look at it. May God bless you in our homeland, Ghana. And indeed, when you stood up for the anthem, we all affirmed and make our nation great and strong. On Saturday, there's a funeral for one once. Honorable Sampi Yale and some of us may find time to attend. He has served us well. On Saturday as well, we are launching the Kwame Nkrumah's holiday. The holiday is on the 21st of September, but it's being launched at the mausoleum, and all of us should go and give support, because without Nkrumah, we wonder where we'll be. As I told you, every chief in cloth there is a comrade. The Ghana Navy gave me a special message for you, and I feel quite honored that the Ghana Navy asked me to whisper something to you, and so we'll tell you that confidentially, not here. We thank you all. But as we came here, when we were coming, we were told that today marks your 33rd marriage anniversary. In fact, when you reach 50 and I'm alive, make sure that I come for the celebration. But because of this, we decided that we won't come empty-handed. So let me invite the Fescado, my own mother, Aneko Kodu, to bring a special present for you. She's 86 years old, and she said she will come. Please. Hey, make sure you don't follow. No, no, page in our head.
It's your 33rd marriage. Let me take your hands. These days, marriages last 1 year, 2 years, maximum is 5 years. For the past 10 years, marriages, most of them don't last long. So I congratulate you for being 33 years in marriage.
Thank you, Mama.
We also brought a present for your wife to mark this special occasion. Why Azo? What done for 33 years? This is Nananda in this one.
Imedes of Western region. He give you this.
Thank you very much.
Now, put your uncut now. What's beautiful. Okay. Now, we know that it's 33 years, but there's a woman that we had hoped we would see. She's a very special daughter, and we felt bad when we didn't see her here. And we want, I think, oh, you want to take it? Okay, that's nice. We're going to call the woman who knows how to fish. This is for the Vice President, Nano Pokwajiman. Yeah. And it's being handed over by the Queen Mother of Wasafiasi. That's it. The last one is for one of our bravest sons who has forsaken us. The last time you were in the region, he wasn't there. Now we come here too, and he's not there. That's your Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah. And this is the Queen Mother of Wasa Memfi. Oh, you're speaking Chief. But you're back and
Oh, don't say. Baby, oh, hamster. Mr. Deborah. Yeah, the Adifefe, Edema, when the pa, why, don't dream, Fansa, ma, Yenso, yeah, this adi, yeah, they show. The Namekan, saying, I may own shroud. Name to my pa, Ubusa, for Sway, and so, yeah, President John Mahama, thank you. I love you.
The Queen Mother confessed to the President. I hope you heard her. You heard her. I love you. President, thank you very much for the reception.
Please, shall we give them a round of applause? Thank you very much, Nana Kobnan Ketsia and Nananom, for outlining your visions and your collaboration with His Excellency, the President and the government and people of Ghana. On behalf of His Excellency, the President, and the government, we want to say a very big thank you for the parcels that you have brought along with you today. May God bless you all. I believe it is the opportune time to listen to the Father of the Nation, to also deliver his address by outlining his vision for the Western region. So without much ado, I have the distinct honor to invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to deliver his remarks, please. Shall we welcome him with a big round of applause?
Thank you very much. Let me, please sit down. Let me express regret for the absence of my Vice President, Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, and also Julius, Deborah. I want to thank you for the pleasant gifts you brought for them. We are having an orientation program for our ministers and our chief executive officers to reorient them in the reset agenda. It's been going on since yesterday, and today is the final day, and so Julius and Madam are both at that program. But I want on their behalf to thank you very much for the gifts. But I also want to thank you most of all for your thoughtfulness. It's not everybody who would remember to give such a beautiful present for the achievement of 33 years of marriage. And one of the key talents you have to make your marriage last 33 years is to try not to argue with your wife. And I'll tell you a very funny story. When we achieved 30 years of marriage, it was a big celebration. And we were sitting in our pastor's office after church. And we were talking about the celebration that was coming, 30 years of marriage. And so my wife started saying, Pastor, don't you see, 30 years of marriage, this marriage has survived because of me. That is me who's made this marriage survive. Otherwise, this man, who would want to marry him? And then I made the mistake of arguing and saying, oh, the marriage is survived because of me. I am the calm one. I'm the patient one. That's why the marriage has reached 30 years. And we're arguing. My pastor was looking at me in a very funny way. And so when we finished and we're walking to the car, he called me aside and said, why were you wasting your time? You know you can never win that argument. And so I cut it short, but I learned a lesson. So the next year was 31 years of marriage. And we're sitting in the same pastor's office. And everybody was saying, happy 31st anniversary. And my wife brought up the same subject and said, you see, this marriage has lasted 31 years because of me. And I remembered what my pastor said. And I said, yes, it has lasted because of you. And I thank God for your life. I couldn't have got a better wife than you. So she looked at me and she said, are you correct? Did you wake up well? So never argue with your wife, you know. And that's a lesson to those whose marriages end after 1 year. As my mother said, she said nowadays the longest marriages last is 5 years. And so it's a little tip to those who are getting married. But let me thank you very much for coming and to salute my comrade, Nana Kwabena Nketia V, and chiefs and queen mothers from the Western region, our ministers and members of parliament who have joined us here, members of the Council of State, our metropolitan and district chief executives. I'm very happy to have you here with us on, on this day. I welcome you, Nananum, to the Jubilee House this morning with deep honor and a profound sense of duty. Your presence here is not only a mark of respect for the high office of the President, but also a reaffirmation of the faith and firm and enduring partnership between the traditional leadership and the democratic governance of our republic. Let me begin by expressing my gratitude for the warm hospitality you extended to me and my entourage during our recent visit to the Western region. The 10th Q tour to the region allowed us to renew our long-standing ties with our traditional rulers, to listen to our people's aspirations and reaffirm our service and shared development covenant. I want to thank you all for receiving us in your palaces during the campaign and for the warm reception you gave us anytime we came to the Western Regional House of Chiefs. The Western region is often called the natural resource basket of Ghana and has been the engine of our nation's economic progress for generations. From the early days of cocoa production and timber exports to the contemporary era of gold mining, oil and gas exploitation, rubber plantations, bauxite, coconut cultivation, your region has given so much to Ghana's development. But beyond its economic significance, the Western region is home to a proud and rich cultural heritage from Wassa and Sefwi through Awuwin and Zima and the Hunter traditional areas. The region has produced gallant leaders, freedom fighters, and politicians whose contributions are etched in the pages of our history. And of course, we all remember our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of blessed memory, who is a proud son of Ghana and a proud son of the Western region. Nananum, your role as custodians of this heritage cannot be overstated. You are the moral compass, the voice of continuity, and the guardians of community cohesion. For this reason, I remain firmly committed to giving the institution of chieftaincy the recognition, respect, and the support that it deserves. I believe that no sustainable development can occur without the active involvement of our traditional leaders. You are closest to the people. You know their needs, you mediate their disputes, and you preserve our cultural identities and our values. Under my administration, we will elevate the role of chiefs beyond just ceremonial functions. In this regard, the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs has been restructured and renamed the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs to function more effectively and align traditional governance with decentralized development. This ministry will be better equipped to offer capacity building for traditional councils, digitize records of succession and land rights, and deepen collaboration with the national and regional houses of chiefs. Nananum, as we speak, the National Constitutional Review Committee is still in consultation stage for amendments to our 1992 Constitution. It is my hope that you have made your contribution and your suggestions, you've made your suggestions to the committee for inclusion in their final report, which I expect to be presented to me at the end of August this year. It is my belief that our traditional leaders can play a greater role in our local government system, especially when it comes to issues of environmental protection and also sanitation. Nananum, the Western region holds immense potential to lead Ghana into a new era of industrialization, economic diversification, and job creation. But we must address long-standing development gaps. During my visit, you drew my attention to many of these issues, and I assure you that they remain at the forefront of our development agenda. Under our Big Push project, which intends to invest $10 billion over 5 years into infrastructure development, we'll prioritize many road projects in the Western region, including the dualization of the Takrade, Agona, Nkwanta, Elubo Highway. To enhance trade and transport, especially given the importance of that corridor for the mining, petroleum, agriculture, and border commerce. Feeder roads in cocoa growing areas and mining areas such as Wasai Kropong, Enchi, Pristia, Sehiyoso, and Ainasi will all be upgraded to ease produce transportation and improve rural access. The Sino Hydro interchange projects in Takrade would also be continued. Indeed, we've started talks with the Chinese government about continuing and completing the Sino Hydro bridges. The rehabilitation of the Western Railway line from Takrade to Huni Valley, Awaso, Dunkwa, and ultimately to Nyinehi and Kumasi will receive attention. The rail system, as my comrade Nana said, is vital for the mining sector, especially for the hauling of bauxite and manganese and other bulk cargoes. This will reduce road congestion and also reduce the spoilage of our roads caused by the heavy trucks that convey the bauxite and manganese ores. As Nana said, we are promoting and pushing the establishment of a manganese refinery in the Western region. This will help us add value to the raw manganese that we currently export. We also are designing and planning an alumina refinery in the Western region to refine the bauxite that we are mining in Awaso and other places. The expansion of the Takrade port will continue under a PPP arrangement, and the aim is to expand it to establish a dedicated oil and gas services hub in Takrade and dry bulk and container terminals to boost exports and reduce ship waiting times. Nananum, discovering oil and gas in the Western region must be a blessing, not a burden. Communities like Etuabo, Hafasini, and Anochi must see concrete benefits from this natural resource. My government will ensure that we invest in improving education, healthcare, roads, bridges, and agribusiness infrastructure in the oil and gas producing enclaves. We'll strengthen the Local Content and Local Participation Act to ensure that young people in the region have preferential access to employment, procurement contracts, and technical training in the petroleum subsector. We intend to fast-track work on the petroleum hub in order to attract investors to the Western region and create jobs for our young people. I've directed the minister in charge to renegotiate the issue of the land acquired from the landowners. Our aim is to relinquish the excess land that was acquired for the project and pay adequate compensation for the land that we are going to put to use. We believe that 5,000 hectares can comfortably start the project, and then we can acquire any other land as and when we need it, instead of tying down 20,000 hectares of the land of our people. Nananum, the potential of the Western region in coconuts, cocoa, oil palm, and rubber cultivation is unmatched. Under the 24-hour economy program and the Accelerated Export Development Initiative, we will establish modern agro-processing parks in the region to support local value addition. We will reduce post-harvest losses and aim to create thousands of jobs. Support for cooperatives, access to financing, irrigation, warehousing, and the revival of state marketing agencies will be integral to this transformation. The fishing communities in Shama, Sekendi, Axim, Esiama, and Newtown face increasing hardship. Under this administration, cold storage and landing sites will be expanded. The distribution of pre-mixed fuel will be restructured for transparency. And we're going to begin a program for the distribution of large numbers of electric rechargeable outboard motors. We'll continue coastal protection works to save communities from tidal wave erosion. And importantly, will promote marine conservation and modern fishing techniques to preserve livelihoods and the marine ecosystem. Our development plan includes expanding access to technical and vocational education, especially in the mining and oil-producing districts, revamping the Ifia-Kwanta Regional Hospital into a modern teaching hospital to serve as a referral center for the Western and Western North regions. Building a new public technical university in the region and rolling out a region-wide youth employment initiative focusing on agri-tech, tourism, green jobs, and digital entrepreneurship. We also are mobilizing the funding. We have signed the bilateral agreement with the lenders to reopen financing for the market circle, Takrady Market Circle project. Nananom, illegal mining is also one of the key headaches in the region. And your son and my Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Boa, has adequately briefed me on the matter and the threat that it continues to pose. But beyond the diagnosis of the situation, the government, through the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and its minister, are working assiduously round the clock to combat the menace, turn our waters blue again, and return the forests and land reserves to their natural, pristine states. Last week, the minister inaugurated the second batch of 530 blue water guards at Ezinlibo Naval Base. This marks a giant step in our quest to eradicate illegal mining on our water bodies. Through a raft of other critical interventions, the fight against illegal mining will surely be won. Cabinet has also approved the implementation of the Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skills Development Program, RCOMSDEP, as a revived and well-structured vehicle to offer alternative livelihoods to persons in mining communities, and the Western region is not going to be left out of this initiative. We'll also continue to promote community mining as a legal alternative to galamsey, empower the Forestry Commission and the EPA to enforce environmental laws, and establish an environmental restoration fund to rehabilitate the degraded mining lands. Nanan, let me be emphatic. My government will never attempt to politicize or undermine the chieftaincy institution. We will not impose party loyalists on traditional councils and will not engage in divisive manipulation of stool disputes. Instead, we'll pursue a consultation, respect, and local inclusion policy. Chiefs will have a seat at the regional governance table, and your inputs will shape our national development planning. Comrade Chairman, since our government came into office, we made a policy to transfer 80% of the District Assembly Common Fund to the regions, to the districts. I'm happy to announce that this is being implemented fully. The district assemblies would therefore have enough resources to be able to implement your district development programs. And I urge Nananum to take an interest in the work that their assemblies are doing with the resources that we're transferring to them. Nananum, Ghana stands at a crossroads. The challenges we face, from economic hardship to youth unemployment, social fragmentation, and climate risk, demand unity of purpose and national renewal. As president, I'm committed to building a society anchored on fairness, opportunity, and shared prosperity. A society where every region, every ethnic group, and every traditional authority is valued and included in shaping the destiny of our nation. As you return to your respective traditional areas, I ask that you continue to be ambassadors of peace, development, and unity. And let us work hand in hand with you to ensure that the Western region, and indeed Ghana as a whole, takes its rightful place in the modern world. May the spirit of our ancestors guide us. May wisdom and justice prevail in our land. And may the sacred trust between the chieftaincy institution and the elected constitutional government grow stronger for the good of all our people. May God bless the Western region. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for outlining this vision to our dear country and Western region in particular. Shall we please give His Excellency another round of applause, please? I believe this concludes this important event. So may I one with all the ministers and government appointees. So may I kindly ask all of us to rise for the national anthem, after which we'll take the pictures, please. National anthem.
Expect the people. The woman they come my side. They will give me a
Please, we want to. And I know what you want to ask. But you'll be a camera. What was it? We are ready. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Please smile. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are done. The next batch is the government appointees. Please join us. Please, yes. Make sure that you can see the cameraman. Cameras, please hold.
All right, cameras, let's go. Malik. That's right. You have taken. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Have a good evening. Pato.
Last year was great. How are you? Thank you. That's it. Thank you. Chairman, that's it. Good. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yes. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. You finally did the same production. Thank you. That's it. Very good. It's true. Yes. I remember you. Well done. No, we've captured all of them. Yeah, we captured all the roads. No. The big push, we've separated them, but it leaves more resources for other roads. So even if it's not on the big push, they will be attended. Yes.
I'm bringing him.
Please. Let's go. Open up. Good. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go.
On the road.
Thank you.